All right, and on this Veterans Day, many of you do want to do your part in giving back to U.S. veterans, but how do you know if the money you're donating is actually going to the vets or the charities that help them? Well, Sharon Lipinski is here. She's a donation defender and generosity expert with tips to make sure your donation gets to the veterans. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, Sharon. So we want to know, first off, what kind of help do veterans really need?
Well, you know, they make up only about 1% of the population, but they're 12% of the homeless, and their unemployment rates are higher than the national average, so they need services like job training and housing. But in addition, they have other challenges because of their service. So I like to look for charities that have mental health care, either as a standalone or in addition to kind of a comprehensive economic support, because reestablishing a sense of community and camaraderie and mental health care is really essential for them.
But how do you know how to choose a good veterans charity?
Well, you have to research. You know, it's the only way you know if you want to donate to Paralyzed Veterans of America or American Paralyzed Veterans. Now, one of those is a congressionally chartered charity, and the other was founded just to rip you off. And the only way you know is when you research. So at a very minimum, I ask people to ask 4 questions to kind of jumpstart their critical thinking process. What do they do? How do they do it? How do they know it's working? And is that something that I want to support? So start there with those 4 questions.
You know, another easy way, your website is livinggenerously.com. Living Generously Every Day. If they go to your website, there's sort of a method that you have on there that will help them determine whether this is a legit charity, right?
Yeah, so I recommend a 4-level process. So starting at that basic level with those 4 questions and then going up to research the reputation, and lots of resources online to check, like GiveWell, Charity Navigator, Philanthropedia, they're all listed in the guide. And then looking at the impact the charity is having and then the financial situation of the charity. So this guide will help you evaluate any charity, big, small, local, international. It'll help you evaluate any charity.
I love that. Don't forget, it's livinggenerously.everyday.com. And we're talking about uniforms. When folks, you know, are out collecting donations, you don't really know whether it's a legit charity. So, and when someone's in uniform, you automatically want to trust them and believe them, but can we?
Well, most people don't know this, but by and large, the military does not allow their members to fundraise in uniform. And that's because they know that this uniform implies an endorsement of the charity, and they don't really want that responsibility. So if you see somebody in a uniform, ask a few extra questions, be a little extra careful, because you can buy a uniform just like this on eBay for less than $50.
Whoa.
Now, my husband, who's in the Army, he can tell you when the rank and the insignia and everything's not matching up, but I can't tell the difference.
Right.
Yeah. So ask a few extra questions.
Okay, go to Sharon's website. It's fascinating. If you're, you know, trying to make a donation today to veterans or charities, you can just learn and make yourself feel better that it is going to the right place.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much for being here, Sharon.
Thank you.
Absolutely.